You all ready to get this show started? Trying to get these pictures loaded up. I know you all glad it's Friday. I only wish that meant something to me, because it sure don't mean a damn thing to me. What the hell's going on like that? Anybody looking for more jobs? I just had a manufacturer call me today crying, begging me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Brother Frank, my biggest supporter. 63 Impala. Oh man, what's happening? We got 2 minutes. Let's see here. Oh, good. All right. Thank you, Frank. It's about time I can hit y'all with this one too. While the countdown is going, to thank all my supporters. And then I think I have somebody who's been supporting me. I haven't had a chance to put everybody in there. Let's see here. What the hell is this? Oh, hell. Frank, thank you. Thank you, Frank. Man, hey, Frank. Did you want... Frank, do you have time to take any of these calls for Costco? Now, what part of the country are you in again? Because they are dead set on California. They need somebody in California. They need Alaska. And Brother Frank, man, that is... Thank you so much, brother. South Dallas. Oh, South Dallas. All right. Yeah, that's right. You're right up the street from me. Okay. I'm gonna talk to her. I mean, do you want any calls? It's out of Costco. I'll talk about it as soon as the timer is done. Oh, DeSoto. Okay. Music. We'll let the people come on in so we can get started. Oh, but yes, thank you, Frank. I appreciate everything. We're gonna add this one here. We're gonna change it. Because I know once I get started, I'm going to have to repeat myself like 15 times. But thank you, Frank, for donating. I appreciate it. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Derek. And thank you, Lamel. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everything you do for me. Now, I don't know if you saw what's going on, Frank, with the talk about compressors and talk about seal system. How many guys do you have out in the field? Do you have a couple guys? What I am going to do is I am going to introduce people to seal system, to compressor work, and we're going to do a call up show with it. Oh, you don't have any people? Okay. So this will help once the AC season is over with. So you like me, but you're gonna feel it before I do. You're gonna feel it before I do. So you really won't need many of these calls for another 2 months, really. Another 2 months when that AC dies down. But this manufacturer is begging me. They created a line just for. Oh, okay. Nice. Congratulations to you. So this manufacturer is creating a line just for Costco. So it's a Costco only brand. So nobody can compete with them. Nobody can say, "Oh, well, we bought this commercial refrigerator or oven from Costco, and then this other person has it for $50 cheaper." So they're doing the Kenmore type of deal. Hold on 1 second. I am so sorry, you guys. I forgot I had another video going on. So they got an exclusive deal because this is an OEM supplier, and they made a line just for Costco. So they called me today saying that they gotta have some people to take care of this because they need calls answered within 5 days. So I said, all right, cool. Last time I tried to send people to you guys, I said nobody got signed up. So they said, no, 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 no. We're gonna take these people. You're gonna send us some people. We're gonna take them. We're gonna get them working. So I said, all right, cool, 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 cool. I tried to get. Let me see here. Tried to get some other stuff going on, but that really didn't work. So now I'm gonna have to basically show you guys myself seal system work. So you guys are gonna have to dial up. I'm gonna show you. That's what's on the screen. That's what's on the screen right here. I'm gonna show you the poor man's turbo torch, the affordable turbo torch. So we've almost got a couple of people in here. Okay. All right. So Frank has got another guy. So this would be perfect because this is something that he wouldn't be able to steal from you. This is something that he wouldn't be able to try to get around you on. So this is something that would be yours and yours alone. Right? So like I explained to people before, you would have your own kingdom, right? You'd have your own kingdom. This guy's like a knight, but you're still the king. So no, he wouldn't, even if this guy tried to go on his own, he wouldn't be able to contact this manufacturer and start up under your nose. So that's how it's set up on the commercial side, unlike residential. On the commercial side, they want to check. They want to check with the service at first. All right, so we got a few people. Oh, and I made 400 subscribers today. 400. So, wow, I really do appreciate that. In the last week, I had like a good 20 plus people subscribe, which has actually been the second biggest bump. Yeah, I know, right? It's been the second biggest bump I've had since I even started this about 5-6 months ago. So, all right, my joke is that we got about 2 people in here. So I'll start. Of course, I'm gonna have to go back on over this again. So while we got more people coming in, and while you're looking at the screen, it's the poor man. This is the poor man thing. Let me show you something. I'm gonna do my fire marshal bill. Let me show you something. Right here. And I'm gonna blow it up. Right here, it says, is MAP gas okay for brazing? Right? Is MAP gas okay for brazing? So MAP gas is fine for brazing. It just won't do anything bigger than 3/8. And you're not going to be dealing with anything in. See, anything bigger than 3/8 in MAP gas will not get hot enough. So if you're doing a refrigeration system, you're going to be perfectly fine. If you're doing a refrigerator, you're going to be perfectly fine using MAP gas. Now, you just have to get hot enough, right? You got to get hot enough. So let me give you, let's see here. Acetylene gets hotter. Acetylene is the hottest burning fuel, right? We know that. But MAP gas is the runner-up. And so what I'm going to show you now is the temperatures. Right? The temperatures for turning that metal into a liquid. Bam. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had this up here. So here are the brazing temperatures. Brazing, which is going to be you melting the rod onto the base metal, which is the copper. So brazing is about 2,200 degrees. That's the high end of it. So we want to get as hot as possible. Now, this is not going to be for your residential. I say again, this is not going to be for residential. That's why I showed you guys this. It just so happened that the guy that's over here in Texas with me, I can't think of his name right now, but I call him a kid because I'm almost 50. So the young guy that's he's just south of me. He's like an hour and a half south of me. So he did a little video where he was trying to burn his heat shield. And the crazy thing is, I had just bought this a week before he did his video, and I still had the packaging. This is going to protect the rest of the inside. Because you're using a turbo torch, you get a bigger flame, right? You get a bolder flame than you can get with a number 1, or you're even going to have with a number 2 on a regular torch. But I'm going to tell you the benefits. So you're going to use this. You're going to get up to that 2,200, and you're going to make money. You're going to get that. You're going to get up to that 2,200. So brazing is different from welding. Oh, my bad. Hold on, let me take this off of me. Back to it. And I'm going to show you the tool. Brazing is different from welding, right? So you're going to melt your rod, your silver solder. You're going to melt that onto the copper to join the two lines together, to join your two pipes together, your filler metal, right? So, all right, so remember that 2,200 degrees is what you're looking for. So we got here, because you guys just love your freaking Amazon. You love your freaking Amazon. So I'm an eBay shopper. I'm an eBay seller. So I'm going to show you both. This is what you're going to need in order to do this class with me. This is what you're going to need. This gets up to 3,600 degrees. Remember, the brazing temperature is 2,200. So this will get hot enough to actually melt the copper, not just the filler metal. It's going to get hot enough to actually put a hole in the copper if you're holding it on there too long. And I don't want to get lost in the weeds, but just know, yes, this is hot enough. I just proved to you what the definition was for brazing, and that it will melt the filler metal. Here it is. This gets up to 3,600. And guess what? It's only $39.99. for the low price of $39.99. Okay? You're going to need this if you want me to do any of these classes with you. You're going to need this. And I know this works because I use this when I have to go up on the roof. So this is what works. You could use this no problem. This is perfectly fine when you're trying to learn. Let me show you the eBay one. And eBay is just the same. It's around the same price. All right, there it is. It's around the same price for the eBay one. So this is first things first. Oh no, this is not the right one. I'm sorry. This is the right one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in the chat. And it works just fine. You saw yourself the temperatures. That's what it does. It does up to 3,000 degrees. You only need 2,200. So this gets the job done. Now here's the difference between the poor man's turbo torch. And you could buy a turbo torch. Let me show you guys what a turbo torch looks like. And it's actually in the eBay thing. Hold on. Let me show you what a turbo torch looks like. I would prefer for you to buy the turbo torch. And actually, they got one here for $100. Turbo torch is a lot more. And you can go down any one of your HVAC supply houses and buy a turbo torch. They all sell it now. And don't buy any of these weirdo ones because they're only good for plumbing. They're not good for, my bad. They're not good for what we're doing. They're not going to get hot enough. You have to get the one I showed you either on Amazon or on eBay. And I'll put the Amazon link. Let me show you. Let me do the Amazon link. Let me see if you guys got any questions. Here's the Amazon link. Oh man, I don't know if that's going to come through right. But you can just use this description in Amazon and it's going to pop right up. I'll put this in the chat. You can put this description in there. But this is, that didn't work either. You see it right there. This is mainly what you want. If you're going to pony up the money, it's $200-300 for the actual turbo torch. You can get the real deal, and then you can braze a lot larger than the 3/8 in case you're doing line sets for walk-in. Most line sets have a connection that's a twist on, but every now and then you have line sets that leak, and you might want to use a turbo torch. So here it is. This is what you're looking at. If you get the turbo torch kit, $349, or you could do the cheap Chinese route and learn how to braze. Hold on one second. Let me get this off the screen. So you can go ahead and get this. So this is step number 1. You're going to want to get either this or the cheap Chinese knockoff. Once you get the cheap Chinese knockoff, let me show you what the can looks like. Let me show you what your gas looks like. So if you guys are keeping track, all right, if you guys are keeping track, let's see here. Here it is right here. Here's the map. So it was already, what were we at? We were at $39. What the hell? We'll just say 40. What the hell? We'll say $40. So $40. And in here is your map gas cylinder that one screws into. This is going to set you back. It's going to set you back $14. So with that torch, all right. So with that torch, with this cylinder of MAP gas, this cylinder of MAP gas for $14.97 will allow you to do an entire unit. It will allow you to braze in. Now you have to set up all your brazes. You have to set up your dryer. You got to set up your access, your straighter cores. I mean, your access tubes. You got to set up where your evaporator is going to go. You got to already have all that done. And one $14 can, you'll be able to put the whole system together. And then you'll have enough gas to do a leak test. And if you have to seal up a little something, you'll have enough gas in that cylinder to go ahead and do it. So we're at $15 for the gas and then $40 for that. Yeah, unfortunately, Frank, man, I'm doing classes. I didn't want to. It wasn't my idea. I tried to get other people and direct other people to doing the classes, and it blew up in my face. I said, hey man, you know, y'all can go here and there, and these people are really good at it, and then people got upset. So fine. I just have to do it myself. So once people buy the torch, you buy the MAP gas, then you go ahead and get your brazing rods. You can also get your copper line. You get your copper line at any Home Depot and Lowe's. Let me see if I still got that up. Yeah, I still got that up. So we're gonna do copper line. Copper line. Tube. I guess it's on the tube. So they have copper pipe for water and HVAC at every, see, here it is right here, at every Home Depot and Lowe's. Not to mention the other. So here it is. It is the refrigeration coil tubing. Oh, hell. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see if you guys can see. All right. Yeah, well, I hadn't planned on it, but it is what it is. Crawford's Appliance, what's happening, brother? Hey, no problem. I want to get you guys over this fear that you have on the seal system stuff. What you guys are going to do is you're going to go ahead and, with less than $100, you're going to have the kit that you're going to need to go ahead and put in the system. Less than $100. Then I got some other stuff for you too. All right, Untamed Kango. All right, if you are that experienced, that's bound to. No. All right, here's the deal. I was trying to help the community, man. I was trying to send people to this one, send them to that one, because we can all agree that one party is really good at something, right? We giving them their flowers. Hey man, you go over here. These people are gonna get you set up for this. These are the best in the game. You can go over here for this guy. He's got a couple of pieces, some commercial units and stuff like that. He can teach you this, because the other stuff that you would learn from the guy we're recommending to be the best in the game to learn this stuff from, his other stuff doesn't equate to what I'm teaching. His other stuff doesn't equate. You learning how to work on a residential dishwasher doesn't equate to a commercial dishwasher. You learning how to work on a residential oven isn't going to help you out as much. But compressor is universal. So that is why I said what I said. But since it was taken out of context, and so it wasn't accepted well, I'm gonna have to do it myself. Yeah, Derek, what's up, man? Thank you for your contribution. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it, brother. I do appreciate it. So everybody seemed to be interested in this. I will repeat this. I know it's Friday night, trying to give people some time to get on in here. I haven't even gone onto Instagram to tell people I got this going on. I'm gonna start doing that too. But back to what we're talking about. This is at every Home Depot and Lowe's. You can go ahead and get your copper. You can get quarter. You can get 3/8, right? So it's best to go ahead and do it on the 3/8. You get the 3/8, soft copper refrigeration coil tubing. So you're gonna get that. So far you out of $29. You out of $15, and then you're out of well, how much is this? $40. All right. So that's what we're out of. That's what you're out of so far. And you would have copper that you could work on. You would have a torch, and you would have gas. So now we got to get to the filler rod. All right. Now what Derek got to say? Okay. You want all the seal system, and that's what I'm giving. I was trying to direct people elsewhere, but now I got to do it myself. So you're gonna call up. So once you guys get this equipment, I'll drop the link, and then you can go ahead and start torching. Right? You could go ahead and point your camera at what you're working at, and I can give you individualized training. Individualized training. You don't need somebody standing over your shoulder. You don't need somebody to touch you. I can do it from a distance. So basically, all right, at Home Depot, you're going to get the gas. At Home Depot, you're going to get the copper tubing. And then actually they have some flux over there, but we're not even going to get into that. The rest of the stuff you're going to either get on Amazon. Let's go to Amazon. The rest of the stuff you're either going to get on Amazon or eBay, which is your access lines, your access tubing. So let's see here. We're going to go with straighter valve. Or access to. I spelled that all jacked up. But anyway, here we go. So Amazon. All right. So on Amazon, you can go ahead and get these bad boys for $12. The reason why I say this set is because you want the cap that has a valve core remover. A valve core remover. And now let's say Frank, chime in at any time. Chime in at any time. So this is what we're doing here. These tips right here have a valve core remover. What you can do is keep that access. What the hell are they actually calling it? Yeah, keep that service valve, your access service valve, intact. You unscrew the one you're going to be working on, and you could actually use the one that's intact, the one with the cap on it. You could use that actually as a tool. You're going to use that as a tool. You're going to go in there, unscrew your straighter valve, and you're going to pull that out. The reason why you're going to do that is because if you torch it while it's still together, it's going to melt. Hey, good. Now, they sell these on eBay. They sell them on Amazon. And you could also pick them up at your local HVAC supply house. Now, so you'll have these to put into your line. Now these are quarter. So technically, we should go ahead and they have 1/4 inch at Home Depot and Lowe's. Refrigerant coil tubing. So let's go back. Copper pipe. We're not going to get the 3/8. We're going to get the 1/4. You're going to go ahead and get the 1/4. I don't think it's the K. I think it's the L or the M. It's L or M. Oh, I keep getting you. I think it's. Let's see if it's L. I think L is refrigerant pipe because I use them both. They don't like it, but here we go. Soft copper L, and that's half inch. We don't want half inch. We want quarter. Half inch, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8. They got quarter in the store. I don't know what. Hey, there we go. Here we go. Here's quarter. And it's going to be even cheaper because it's less copper. $10. $10. Right? So, $10. Ooh, all right. Brother Frank. Now, you said you got one Monday. I don't know if you're going to be able to get this stuff Monday unless you go to the parts house. Unless you go to the parts house and go ahead, because they're open this season. Unless you go to the parts house and go ahead and pick up a turbo torch, because nobody sells the cheap Chinese knockoff locally. You're gonna have to pony up that $300 for the turbo torch. But this way, you're only using map gas if you go ahead and get that turbo torch. So $10. $10. So now we drop the price. We drop the price for you to learn $10. So what we got here, you got copper tubing that you're going to work with. 10 feet of it showed you where the access. All right, I know you do. Most people can't. Hey, a lot of this stuff, with the exception of the torch itself, everything else you can pick up at Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. So you're gonna need the copper that you're gonna play with. You're gonna need the torch that you're gonna heat up the copper with, and you're gonna need the rods. Your rods, though, you're gonna have to get that from HVAC Supply House, or you can go ahead and order that on Amazon. So you guys can order that. You guys. Let's see here. I'm not an Amazon shopper. Filler rods, 15. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so he will make that right. You're gonna make this money back in one job. One job. Like I said, once you use that pad, so you don't burn up any plastic drain tubes or any wires that's in the way, that turbo torch is going to be just fine. Turbo torch or that cheap Chinese knockoff. Do not buy the other ones. They will not get hot enough. They will not get hot enough. I showed you the temperatures. The other ones will not get hot enough. They look good. I tried them out. They don't work. So here on Amazon, you get 7 sticks of silver solder. All right, 15%. You can go ahead order them from Amazon. All these companies are selling it. You should be able to get even small. Here it is. This company is selling for $17. And that's Amazon, because you guys love you some freaking Amazon. You guys love you some Amazon. So here you go. Here it is, right there. There it is. That is what you've been looking for. There's the money shot. I'll just do this. That's the money shot. Damn. All right, I'm going to have to go over here. These are more than enough rods for you to get your learning on with, okay? That's more than enough rods, trust me. Way more than you're going to need. This is not it. The way I'm going to teach you, it is not expensive. The way I'm going to teach you, you don't have to get on a plane and fly somewhere. The way I'm going to teach you, you just buy this stuff. You can go ahead and get all this stuff on Amazon. Everything I'm showing you, you could buy it on that copper tubing. You could actually buy it on Amazon. You don't have to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. You can buy it on Amazon. You need refrigerant grade tubing. All right, just buy the quarter, and then buy the 1/4-inch access lines. Have it shipped. I know you guys are all big on your next day shipping and all that stuff. And I have the Amazon Prime. I just never use it. I never use it. So, and I hate to draw out on all this stuff. Please chime in at any time. You guys want me to pick up the pace? I'll pick up the pace. You guys want me to switch to another subject? We can switch to another subject. All right. Flux. You're gonna need your flux. All right, flux for it's gonna be called soldering. You're gonna want a different type of flux. We're gonna say Harris flux. Maybe say brazing. Flux for brazing, man. They have flux for copper pipe. See if they give me anything. I normally don't buy on on Amazon, so bear with me. Hey, this is gonna work for now. This is gonna work. You're doing this for learning. Don't freak out. You're gonna have some purists. There's gonna be some purists somewhere. There's gonna be like, hey, that ain't right. You need to stay bright 8. You need this, you need that. Look, man, we just need a little flux. We need a little flux to keep that copper from oxidizing. Oh, and you're gonna need a brush. You're gonna need a brush. You're gonna need a brush. You're gonna need you're gonna need a little copper brush. All right, you've been buying tools and practicing. Oh, nice. You've been buying wine. Yes, you've been buying wine fridges and small beverage fridges and preparing them for practice. If you were to call up, if you were to sign up with the last company I gave you, IDW, or even some of the other ones that do the beverages, they don't want you guys to do the seal system on it. You've never in your life seen somebody working on a seal system in Walgreens. You never in your life seen somebody working on a seal system in any of these places, not working on those. You'll see them working on the True, you see them working on the Perlic, but you're not going to see that with a big Pepsi or Coke on the side. They don't want that. They'll go ahead and take it to a warehouse, or they'll say, hey, look, you can have it. So you can find all these units on OfferUp. You could find them. You can find them everywhere. You can actually find. Let me do this. You can actually find these units at a gas station near you. You're going to see one of these units with the Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Monster Energy, whatever on the side, and there's not going to be anything in it. And what's going to happen? What happens is somebody like me, somebody like you, that went on in, took a look at the unit, saw that it was out of refrigerant. We relay that back to the manufacturer, and they say, okay, no problem. We're going to send them a new one. Tell the customer, don't worry. We're going to send them a new one. They'll have a new one on Monday. So you tell the owner of the gas station, you're going to have a new one coming in. Don't worry about it. They go, oh, what about, I almost did a voice. They say, oh, what about the old one? You say, oh, no, don't worry about that. That's yours now. It's yours to do with what you want. And so they'll try to sell it and all that other stuff. Eventually, they're gonna get tired of having an empty unit there, and they're gonna be happy as hell if somebody wants to take that damn thing away. And you can just say, hey man, that thing's empty. Can I have it? Can I have it? I do work on this kind of stuff. Hey, can I have it? Or maybe if you got something in here you need me to work on, need a new fan motor or need a drain line cleaned, I'll clean the drain line for you. But when I'm done, I'm taking this sucker with me. And they'll jump at that deal. They'll jump at that deal. So there's no need to really buy a unit. But there's plenty of those, and there are tabletops, and there's the ones that come up to your chest, and then there's the full grown ones. Hey, you had to hook up with a wine store, right? They had ice machines and coolers that let you take the old ones. There is a guy right now. He's got a whole warehouse full of. I don't want to put him on blast. He's got a whole warehouse full of one of those fridges with a particular label on the side that you all know what it is. And every time he goes out, they say, hey, look, man, go ahead, take it with you. Just, the customer don't want it in there no more. It's no good. They can't, Just take it with you. This dude has a whole warehouse. He's not even accepting anymore. He doesn't even want anymore. So he told his friend to call me. Say, hey, dude, you want these damn things? You can come pick them up. I don't have no room for them. I'm trying to make room so I can teach you all the other stuff. I don't have any room. None at all. But he's got a whole warehouse full of them. He's got a whole warehouse full of them. So yes, what Frank is telling you guys is absolutely the truth. So you could, these manufacturers will let you go out there, especially for the drinks that are supplying for Dr. Pepper and Coke and Pepsi. They'll let you go out there. They don't want you to do seal system work. They'll let you go out there. If you tell them it needs refrigerant, they'll condemn it. They'll send them another one because these fridges cost them like pennies on the dollar, literally pennies on the dollar. And you could snatch the old one and you could work on the old one. All right, but enough rambling. Back to it. So now you got your flux. Right? For soldering flux, blah blah blah. There's other flux. If you go to the HVAC shop, they got flux right there. You tell them you want some rods. You can buy a rod one piece at a time. You can buy one rod at a time. You tell them you want some flux, you want a rod, they'll go ahead and sell you that. Now, my bad. Yes, it is what these young guys like to call flipping. It drives me up the wall when I hear that. But yeah, you get those things and you're able to tell them, because the big thing is, especially because Frank, you up there like in Texas like I am, for our market, bro, they buy those all day at the bait shop. Let me take this, all day at the bait shop, all day. You sell those suckers to the guys that do the hunting and fishing and stuff like that all day. Don't get one that's a freezer that was storing ice cream or any of that other stuff. Oh man, you could sell those all day to the stores that want to put ice in them. All right, but back to it. Let me get back to this thing. So now I got all the three people in here. So you got your flux. So $10 for your copper, $5 or whatever another $20 for your rod, another $10 for your access valves, right? So like I said, when you buy the access valve like this one, you don't have to buy an extra tool. You don't have to buy the valve core remover tool. And this is what I mean by that. These are inside. This is a silicone housing with a rubber O-ring, and it moves up and down. If you apply your heat to that, it's going to melt. So those must come out. And these will attach itself, it attaches right to the back end. I wonder if I can't get it any smaller. Oh, there we go. It attaches right to the back end. It matches up, and you can unscrew it and get to doing what you got to do. All right. So what Derek got to say, brother? I know it's Chicago. It's worldwide. It's nationwide. It's New York. It's New Jersey. It's Toronto, Canada. It's Miami. It's Fort Lauderdale. It's Hollandale. It's LA. It's San Diego. It's worldwide, Derek. It's Coke. It's Pepsi. Let me do this, man. Brother, it's Coke. It's Pepsi. It's Dr. Pepper. They sell those everywhere. There's no restriction. They sell Coke in Seattle. They sell Coke in Miami. They sell Coke in New York. They sell Coke in Vegas. This same process is done nationwide, because you're not about to go and light up a torch inside a CVS. Nobody's having that. Nobody. They say, okay, we got a problem with it. We go 86 that one. You can take that one out. You can take that one with you. and we'll get them a new one. Tell the manager at CVS we'll get them a new one on Monday. And that's how that is. That's how that story goes. It is, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with you specific, man. It's Chicago. It's Blue Island. It's everywhere. It Robbins, Illinois. It's everywhere. So, and it's not hookup, it's just the job. It just sorry about that. I hit the wrong the wrong thing. All right. All right. Uh, my brother has a boat slip. There was a storm last year, and all the boat owners have refrigerators, and all were dead. Yes, bruh. Uline, because Uline got that market on lock. Uline. I'm sorry, guys. I have about 30 damn tabs up. And as I open new ones, the tabs get narrower and narrower, and I actually hit the wrong damn thing and shrunk my stuff. So back to it. Ta-da. All right, we back at it. So where are we at now, people? Where are we at? So I showed you guys the torch. I'm bad. So I showed you guys the torch. So you got the torch that you can go ahead and braise. It gets 3,000 plus degrees. Brazing is at 2,000. Don't buy this. Don't buy that. Those aren't going to work. Only ones that work, and I know for a fact they work, is this particular one. Unless you go ahead and pony up to 300 some bucks and go ahead and buy the other one. So here's eBay. If you buy this one, all right, Frank, thanks for showing up, man. And thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this one works. This one, what you're going to do is you're going to buy these. You're not spending a lot of money, 38 bucks. 38 bucks, and now you're melting metal. 38 bucks. Oh, shit. 38 bucks. The copper line. And all of this stuff, you could buy this on eBay. All of this stuff, you could buy it on Amazon. And then if you guys want to go ahead and pick this stuff up, with the exception of this Chinese stuff, you can go ahead and buy the solder, the brazing rods, and everything else. You can buy those locally if you want. So I want to show you another thing. You're going to need to cut the copper. You're going to need to cut the copper. And why is my stuff not set up? Let me see if you guys can see this. Okay, good. It's going to show up. So you're going to need to cut the copper at every Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, and everywhere else. Let me make this bigger. You're going to need to cut your copper. You could, once again, you could buy this on. Here we go. Once again, you could buy this on Amazon or eBay. It is a tubing cutter. It is a tubing cutter. Because you're not cutting too large, the smallest one will do. They even got, and that's $7. Because right now I'm showing a tubing bender. But you don't need the tubing bender at this point in time. So all you need to do is you need to cut the copper. You can actually, here's a swedging tool. I'd like for you to buy the spin tool. How many of you guys have have a drill, not an impact, but a drill. Put down in the chat what brand of drill that you have. So I know if I can go the route I want to, because I really want to go another route. Because this right here, this right here is the flaring tool. You can get this, and then you'll be able to open up your copper. Okay, good. You'll be able to open up your copper so that you could slide one into the other. Because you're going to need to make one side of the copper accept the other. And then what you do is you heat it up. You heat up both sides, and you add that rod, what they call the filler metal. The wall, okay, that's good. And so with you guys, so we're on to a good start. Now for this, we're just about done. So you'll be able to cut it, you'll be able to swedge it. Well, not swedge it. You'll be able to swedge it, you'll be able to cut it. You'll have access tubing, you'll have access line, you'll be able to burn metal, you have the flux. That's about it. That is about it to get started. You're going to need a vacuum pump. You're going to need some other stuff, but that's not necessary for you guys to start. Like I said, not Home Depot, but Harbor Freight has that. They got the pump, and you can buy the pump online. The vacuum pump, $94. $94 at 2.5. I believe it's a single stage vacuum pump. All this is just for learning. All right, you're not going to be going out with that kind of stuff and doing somebody's air conditioning, because I don't do air conditioning. This is strictly for learning, and this is for doing commercial refrigeration, not racks, none of that kind of stuff. Just a self-contained unit. So what does everybody else have? Anybody else have anything else? Put it down in the chat. For you guys to learn, you're going to have to call up. I'm going to drop the link. You're going to have to dial up, and you're going to put your phone aimed at what you're working at. I'll be able to see how far you have the torch from the pipe, how close. And you're going to use that coil, and you're going to use it. You're going to have it like a cobra snake. You're going to have your stuff sit up so that you can work on it, and I'll be able to see. And then I'll be able to tell you, come back, go forward, go up and down, all of that good stuff. Individualized training. I think I could have up to 10 people. And so I can go ahead and check each person's progress. Each person can come in and chime in and say, hey, look, what's going on? And I can go ahead and see your stuff. Go ahead and see what's going on. So that's that. Because you guys asked questions about weighing in the charge. All that comes later. Weighing in the charge is the easiest thing you ever going to do. All weighing in the charge is putting your refrigerant on a measuring device on a scale, and then turning on your refrigerant, whatever canister it's in, and then you're going to look at that weight that's coming off of that cylinder, and you're going to stop. So that's it. All you're doing is, if it's 10 ounces, then you're going to measure 10 ounces of loss from what you already have. And then you stop. That's it. That's all. That's all weighing in the charge is. That's how the factory can guarantee. But I hate to bust your bubble, because weighing in the charge doesn't even work anymore. It's fine on a big system, on ice machine and stuff like that, but weighing in the charge doesn't really work on refrigerators. I'm going to say it has never worked. It has never worked on any refrigerator that I have ever done. And I tried it. It does not work. It does not work. You can use it as a starting point, right? It is a very good starting point. So what you could do is this. You could weigh in your charge, then you stop, run the system, see how it performs, and then you can gas it up appropriately. So that's why I have all the videos with superheat, subcooling, all that stuff. But you're going to just check your pressures. When you use the digital, it's going to tell you exactly what temperature the evaporator is going to be at. And that's the beauty of using digital. That's the beauty of using that. It tells you in real time. You don't have to look at no chart and all that other craziness. It's going to tell you in real time how much gas you're putting in and what that evaporator temperature is actually at. All right. So put in the chat how much I'm telling you to spend right now. Put in the chat what the total dollar amount is for you guys to get started. All right. Of course, now that's to learn. That's for you to learn how to burn metal. You're going to need to do a proper vacuum. If you're going to go out, you're going to need to do a proper vacuum. Yeah, what the hell? Hold on one second. That'd be about it. That'd be about it. You would pull a vacuum. That's once you seal up your system. Once you put in a new compressor, or once you put in a new evaporator, your dryer, or your condenser coil, you'll pressure up. That's what you guys wanted how to pressurize. You guys want to know how to pressurize the system. So you would then go ahead and go to your local. Derek, you don't recover R290. You don't recover R600. You don't recover CO2. That's why I was saying earlier, that was the only purpose of the EPA certificate. The EPA certificate did not exist before 90. When I first started, it didn't exist. That wasn't the thing. Right, you need the nitrogen. So you do not recover because they are flammables. There are special devices, but you don't need it. They just say 134A is on its way out. 134A is on its way out. So here's the thing. If you're just now starting, the likelihood of you doing much with 134A is very little. The government forced these guys to start using, I think it was 2019. They forced them, they say every unit made was had to be 290, right? So we started the whole thing with the EPA certificate is that in the old days, guys used to just, they had a burnt out compressor. They would just open up the system, cut the lines and we used to let the gas go everywhere. That gas used to be everywhere. And so the government was like, whoa, you can't do that. We want you guys to reclaim it and then either put it back in the system or, once you're done doing your work, or go ahead and turn it into Johnstone, URI, Johnson Supply, or one of those other ones, so that they can recycle it. So they can go ahead and clean the gas up and then put it back out on the market. Well, 290, 600, and CO2 are zero. They have zero effect on the atmosphere. They're not putting a hole in the ozone. So they say, go ahead, they're natural refrigerants. You can go ahead and release those. So you don't even need a license to go ahead and buy 600 and 290. Just like you don't need a license to go ahead and buy propane, barbecue gas. And so you're actually, I'm gonna put y'all up on a little something. Your local propane company can actually provide you with 290. Your local place can actually, you just tell them you want medical grade propane, medical grade, you just look up the R290, which I think is butane. And what they'll do is they will remove the moisture and the contaminants from it and sell it to you, because they use propane and butane to make 134A and the other stuff and 404. So there's that. But you can just go ahead and buy it online. Have you guys looked and seen? Because you can just buy it online. Let's see here. You could just buy R290 online. R290. Just like now, you can go ahead and buy them little canisters of 134A, which they are complete garbage, but you can go ahead and buy it. Here it is right here. Hold on one second. Let me come back to y'all. You could buy this garbage right here. See, there's the 134A right there. You can buy those little cans. I hate those little damn cans. Oh man. Oh, I got video going. Sorry. But you can go ahead and buy those damn cans at any Home Depot, and not Home Depot, but Napa and all that other stuff. You don't need no damn certificate to go and buy that garbage. But 290. Let me do this. There we go. R290. You can just go ahead and buy it. It is right there. Do not buy this damn gauge. Don't stop the lunacy. Stop the mad. This is what I buy. I buy this right here. I buy that right there. But if you guys wanted to, you can go ahead and do something like this. If you wanted to, you can go ahead and do something like this. Here's your beloved R290. The R290, it lights up my life. Let's see. We'll go here. Buy it now. Or check out as a guest. Bam. And just like that. You don't need no cert, no none of that. There's none of that. You just confirm and pay. Boom. Put in the address. It's right there. All right. So does that help you at all? So you don't have to you don't have to deal with those douchebags at the HVAC supply house. You don't have to deal with those douchebags. You just go ahead and buy it online. You buy it online, they're gonna ship it right to you. So this right here, that right there got nothing to do with you. If you're talking about 134A, you must reclaim 134A. If you're dealing with 404, you must reclaim 404. If you're dealing with 410A, you must reclaim 410A. The EPA certificate is for that. You need that in order to buy those jugs of gas. You need that in order to, so you're supposed to recover it, all that other good stuff. And you're supposed to turn in your old cylinders. All right. So I bored y'all enough with it. So now you can just go ahead and buy it. You just go ahead and buy it. There it is right there. You just go ahead and buy it. Just look it up, R290. And you can go ahead and buy as little or as much as you want. You can buy as little or as much as you want. This right here, for you guys, this right here is going to last you guys like 5 years. Man, yeah, that's going to last you guys like 5 years. This one right here, that'll last you 5 years. No joke. It's gonna last you 5 years. There's a YouTuber that he's like, oh, I bought it and it had a smell. Not supposed to have a smell. Man, look here, dude. This is I bought the first. I asked this guy to make this for me 10 years ago. He was shocked somebody wanted to buy this. And I told him 10 years ago, I said, dude, you're going to sell a ton of these. He laughed at me. He thought I was crazy, but he's the biggest seller of it now. I told him it was coming. He looked into it and now he's the biggest guy. He's the biggest guy to sell it. This cylinder right here used to cost $100 and that was with shipping. Now, inflation 189, but that right there would fill with 290. Bruh, that right there is gonna last you 5 years. You're gonna be able to do all kind of seal systems. They use R290 and their ice machines now to use R290. Manitowoc, you'll be able to do those for 5 years. 5 years. All right, so that's the most expensive part. But if you wanted to, you can go ahead and buy the little guy. That is my recommendation. Man, y'all quiet today. Y'all like church mice. Over there taking notes again. Oh, yeah, you need this damn tapper too. You need this damn tapper. I have I have a damn collection of these freaking tappers. Every 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 person that makes a different can, they use a different freaking tapper. They use a freaking tapper. So your hoses are not going to hook up to that little can. You're going to need that tapper. So you're gonna spend that $20 the first time, but after that you won't need to unless you buy another brand. Unless you buy another brand, and they sell this. If you have your EPA certificate, you can go to Johnstone and buy a little can like this. You can go to Johnstone. You can go to URI. You go to all those different places. They sell a little can just like this, and you're rocking and rolling. You're rocking and rolling. So, quiet people, talk to me. The recovery machine is only for 130, yeah, 134A, 404, 410A. Of course, in your 12 and 22 and that kind of stuff. Your recovery machine is not for the other ones. The reason for that is because the risk of fire. You'd have to buy I think the new Milwaukee one, you can use that new Milwaukee one. So there's a whole new generation, but you're gonna you're gonna end up spending $1,000. Oh no, 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 I'm sorry. The new Milwaukee is not that's a vacuum pump. So yeah, but they you don't recover 290. You don't recover 290, you don't recover 600, and you don't recover CO2. You release that into the air. Now, leak tests. All right. So leak tests is the very easiest thing. Your leak test is this. And thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that, keeping me on track. Now, leak tests is just soap. Did you guys see that video or that picture I showed you where I was at Starbucks and you saw the bubbles on the back of that machine? Uh, no, 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 we're not doing that. Leak detector liquid. This is what we doing. We doing. Come here, you bastard. All right, I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna say liquid. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put in big blue, and then all those big blue leak detector. There we go. Bam. And you say, God, nothing. All right. So here we are with the leak detector. Now, what's this other one? All right. Did you get back your large set of 600? No, I still got my 600. I didn't get my 290. I didn't get my 290. That man, I went to Dallas for that training class. And I left that damn thing up there, man. I hate that I left that. All right, here we go. I didn't get it, but I'm gonna have to just pony up and spend another $200 to get another tank. I've been buying those damn bottles, and it's been a pain in my ass. So here is the leak detector: $24.13. You know what else is good? Regular dish soap. Now, regular dish soap has chlorine in it. Regular dish soap has bleach in it, a bleaching agent in it. So if you leave it on there, it will destroy whatever the hell you spray, especially if it is aluminum. It will eat right through that aluminum. You must rinse that off. When you saw me at that Starbucks, I didn't have my stuff with me. I used soap. I used soap, and it was blowing them bubbles like that. Let me see here. Because you guys sure didn't respond. You guys didn't respond saying you saw the damn picture. But that's all right. That's all right. I didn't feel bad because it was in a hospital. I didn't feel like going all the way back outside through them hallways and everything going back out there. I said, hell no. I went right there in that kitchen. I picked up a spray bottle. I poured out the Windex. I poured in that damn soap. And I went spraying. And sure enough, even though it wasn't, let me make this big. Oh, hold on. Even though there wasn't enough refrigerant in that R290 system to make it cold, it was actually 70 degrees. R290 had so much pressure in it, it still blew bubbles. It blew bubbles like a little 3-year-old out there playing in the July sun with their little freaking bubbles. Do I recommend it? The reason why I recommend it is because you won't be able to go to the supply house and buy gas if you need to. If you need to buy gas without EPA cert, they won't sell to you. You need EPA cert if you want to buy 404, which is on its way out. 134 is already on its way out. 134 is crazy expensive. I wish I still had the receipt. I bought 2 jugs ago. I bought a jug of 134A for $86. $86. Let me show you what the hell a jug of 134A is selling for right now. So there's your leak detection, ladies and gentlemen. R134A. Let's see what the hell this damn thing's selling for. They won't even sell the damn jug anymore. Because I think they're like preventing you from. They're really limiting the market. I'm gonna have to buy a jug just because I have to. Oh, and if you have an operation, if there's more than one of you guys, you only need one person in your operation to have your EPA cert. All right, 134A. Let me see if it jug. Let me see if it comes up on the jug. Yeah, they aren't even selling the jug. So we're gonna have to do this. 134A refrigerant. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, that's not bad at all. This one is $369. Let me make the screen big. $369 for a jug of 134A. I paid $86 for this 2 jugs ago. $86. And now it's $369. Here's the one you guys love, the one you call Freon. Freon is DuPont. This truly is Freon. $285. I guess they're tired of holding on to this because people have been holding on to 134A, thinking they're gonna make $1 million when they're not. See, so here you go, right here. I have an EPA. This right here. All right, so this right here, you're gonna be transferring this, blah blah blah. So they'll let you buy this. You just add it to cart. So they let you buy it. And this is stating that you're going to sell this to somebody else that has a certificate, blah, blah, blah. So there it is right there. So they let me buy it right there, that jug. Right there, they let me buy it. I can buy it right now for, oh, they're going to add the shipping. They're going to kill me on the shipping. So it's $285. Everybody else is selling this 134A for $3 something. I guarantee you their shipping is going to be $100 because it's technically hazmat. It's hazmat. All right, let me get to these questions. So Untamed Kango. Yeah, you saw that the bottle of leak detector, and they have an even cheaper one for $6. All right, so you could buy the big blue, which is the top of the line leak detector for 24 bucks that you spray all over everything and make a mess, or you have the little one that you could just dab all over the place. No, I never did get my stuff back. And do I recommend the EPA? Yeah, sure. You can get the EPA. It's not that big deal. Sandpaper. Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, emery cloth, which once again you get that at Home Depot, Lowe's. I do appreciate you keeping me on track, man. I do appreciate that. You just have no idea. So here you can buy from anybody. Here's emery cloth, right? $8, blah, blah, blah. Plumber sanding, because you don't want the copper grit getting into your system. $10. You can buy it at Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. There it is at Home Depot. There you go, emery cloth, blah, blah, blah. So you could go ahead and buy it on, there it is right there. You can go ahead and buy it on, like I said, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. You can buy it anywhere. You can buy it anywhere. And then you can buy it on your Amazon, your Home Depot. All right. Now, the extended mirror. So you can buy the extended mirror. You know what? Those damn extended mirrors have gotten up there. We're not going to go into the extended mirrors right now, but you want a deburring tool? All right. So here's the thing. Yes, for what I'm going to teach you guys, let me make it big. For what I'm teaching you guys, you're going to want the emery cloth because you're going to want to clean the unit. What the hell? All right. So they have the deburring tool. The deburring tool is at Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Amazon, eBay. This is what it looks like. It's in the plumbing supply. Deburring tool. And you're going to find it. I use Milwaukee. I have Vulcan. See? So here's a Husky one, $7. All right. So there it is. So you guys have been set back all this money. All this money. So this is what you're going to need to get started. When you have it, you can call me up on the live and we can go ahead and go through this. All right. Do you have a link for that compressor video? Yes, most certainly. I was waiting on you guys to come in because it was a spur of the moment thing. And I just sometimes I get a little affected by what people are saying, and I'm like, man, what the hell? It rubbed me the wrong way, man. And I'm like, oh hell no, I got to do something about this. All right, link for the compressor. It's not just one compressor video. That's the thing. It was a whole bunch. So we're gonna get into it now. Thank you for bringing me on track. So let's get into Danfoss. Danfoss, the other great compressor company. Link incoming. Link incoming. Oh, Speed Queen just sent me a message. So this is Danfoss. So if you're dealing with Delfield, that's Danfoss. So you're dealing with Hoshizaki refrigerators, that's Danfoss. So here's the link to the Danfoss webinar and their distance learning and all that other stuff. Here it is right here. Because this is who you want the training from. These are the people that make the compressors. And I'm not ready to do the show and tell right now, but these are the people that make the compressors. Here is everything. This is everything you ever wanted to know is right here. They got the classes and all that other stuff. So I'm going to jump to, no, thank you on the feedback. So we got Danfoss. You guys got the link. Oh, that's taking forever. What the hell is that all about? Let's jump to. Oh, what the hell? I'll show you this. I'm gonna put in the link. To the Danfoss. Oh, I canceled something. Here's the link right there to in the chat. That takes you to the YouTube Danfoss webinars. And now let me show you Tecumseh. So Danfoss got they got about like 15 different apps. So let's get into Tecumseh. Tecumseh also has a number of apps. You know, we're gonna start with this one and then we're gonna jump over. Man, what are y'all doing? Spreading the word on y'all on these damn message boards or something on these? I swear, when there's something you guys really want to know about, that stuff just pops up. Oh, here's Embraco. Let me show you Embraco. Now, you guys are really familiar with Embraco because Embraco is owned by Whirlpool, and Embraco, that's your link to Embraco. You will see Embraco on the commercial side, not as much as Tecumseh and the rest of them. Hold on one second. You know what? I'm just going to have to just start. There it is. My bad. Here's Tecumseh. They have their own training website. A lot of the factories I deal with have their own training website. Oops. Oh, that's not translating over. Let me put in the chat if this thing is coming over, if this link to Tecumseh is working. If not, I'm just going to type out what it actually is. So I really need you guys to let me know if this damn thing is working or not. This is the Tecumseh website. These guys make all your stuff. They make them out there in the air conditioner. They make the semi-hermetic. They are the player in compressors. This is what you guys saw earlier with the videos. These general troubleshooting. Did you guys like that flood back? Because I know that was actually something I was interested in. I'm actually going to go back and watch that flood back video my damn self because I actually have a unit that I own that's flooding back and it works just fine. And I was curious about that. Here it is, electrical troubleshooting. So this is damn, you guys really are interested in this. You can take these compressors to URI, to John
As we
Stone.
do talk about compressor electrical
Fair
today,
use.
This is field troubleshooting processes and how to look at these parts while you're working in the field.
All of this is for free. All of this is for free. All of this is for free.
These compressor motors are designed for specific application ranges.
And they are.
In that design, there's a specific starting torque and running efficiency requirements built right in.
Did any of these links work?
The components that are used in these motors are selected to meet specific motor requirements.
So now you can
We're
fast
talking about
forward.
starting torque and that running efficiency. And they're matched to motor winding designs.
No one can
cost
match
is a
this.
consideration. And what do I really mean
No
by
one's
cost
gonna
is a
match
consideration? Well, for a lot of manufacturers and people that do one-off projects, a voltage rating, and they're designed for continuous use of the system. It always stays in the motor circuit. Compressors use internal overloads.
When you're done with these
current relays,
you'll be able to teach a freaking class when you're done with these.
Normally open. When power is applied,
you'll be unstoppable.
Causes the relay contacts to close, and that energizes the start winding. When the motor reaches running speed, the current drops, and that allows the start winding to remove itself from the circuit.
And not to mention, you can actually call these guys. You can call them up and say, "Hey, I got a problem with a compressor." You don't have to just call.
Closed. The contacts are normally closed.
Hostess
when power is applied,
you don't have to just call.
As it comes up to speed, the contacts open.
You don't have to just call United. Not
the relay contacts stay open as long as the compressor is running. enclose one of the
Charleston or any of those guys. You can actually call these people directly.
The positive temperature coefficient relay. We talked to those a little bit earlier. They react to current through the start winding.
Now, I need to know, are any of you able to use the link that brings you to Tecumseh? Because Tecumseh is the one, and they have apps. So I really do need to know if any of that is working. What I'm going to do is let me see here. Let me copy this link. And let's see if any of this works. Here, this is the best one. This link right there, that is the best link that's going to take you. And something is going on my internet. I must have too many freaking things open. Let me close some of my stuff. Oh yeah, this is super slow. Sorry about that. I got a bunch of stuff open. If you were to see my screen, I have like 30 tabs open right now. I'm closing. Something is draining everything. I'm closing everything right now. All right. There we go. There we go. So now it's speeding up. Yeah, it's speeding up. Sorry about that. Now it's speeding up. Okay, that one worked. All right, cool. So that's your Tecumseh. There's your Tecumseh. When you go onto the website, let me see here. Tecumseh Compressor apps. Go on over there and you're going to see, here it is right there. And that thing is not going to open for me. Tecumseh smartphone apps. They have a bunch of apps. So it's tech support. Once again, it's tech support in your hand. All right, yeah, I accept it. Tech support right in your hand. All the load calculation, all this other stuff. Selecting, you have the ability to find the compressor that you're looking for. You have the ability to go through and find exactly what compressor you need. Man, I maxed myself out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm closing. I'm trying to close as many windows as possible. All right. Damn, y'all are going checking that out. Y'all checking that out like crazy. Y'all dropping out, checking out the link. Well, that's to be expected. So, there you go. All right, so there it is right there. This is the link to the app for Tecumseh. You got the link to Dan Foss. My apps, what's happening? Yeah, I'm just going over some stuff for people to buy equipment so that they can do online. We could go ahead and do some online training. So what I got set up is people are going to go ahead and spend about $100, buy a torch, a cheap Chinese turbo torch knockoff for about $40. They're going to go ahead and buy so you're going to buy your torch. You're going to buy a filler rod for about $20, pack of filler rod. They're going to go ahead and buy copper tubing for about $10, about a 1/4 inch. They're going to buy access tubes. And then what everybody's going to do is they're going to take that copper that's in that, that's coiled up, and they're going to have it set up like a snake. Then they're going to go ahead and turn their camera on. Just have that camera set up on what you're doing. click it to the live, or whether you're using your computer or whatever you're going to use, and then I will be able to guide you. Hold on, let's do it like this. I'll be able to guide you while you're using your turbo torch. I'll be able to guide you while you're setting everything up. I showed everybody the swage tool. No, I didn't show you guys the swage tool. But the swage tool is about, I don't know, $15 over there. Home Depot has it. Lowe's has it. Harbor Freight has it. And then, of course, you can buy it online. I would like for everybody to buy this because people have their drills. I would like for people to buy, and I shut down all my stuff. We're going to do this. We're going to just do this so you guys can follow along with me. All right. Spin swage tool. Here it is, right? Damn. All right. So you Amazon shoppers, here you go. This is just fine. This is going to work. This is what you're going to buy. This is what you're going to put in. So forget that manual jazz. You're going to do this. And you're going to put this in your drill. And not by no garbage drill. You need a decent drill. You're going to put this in there. I don't know if you guys see me use it. You're going to put that in there. Once you do that, you're going to turn on your drill. It's actually, you don't need, once you use this, because who was asking about this? You don't need the reaming tool once you use this. So for $15, you guys can buy this. $15, you can buy that on Amazon. You can buy that on eBay. This is the cheap Chinese knockoff. I have the director seal kit, but you're going to buy this. It is going to expand the copper so that you could slide one tubing inside the other. So you're going to use that. It will expand the copper and deburr all at the same time. So you're going to do that. You put everything together. You're going to use the turbo torch knockoff that I told you for $40. You're going to use the flux. You're going to use the filler rod, and you're going to braze. And you're going to broadcast that to me. I'll drop the link. You're going to braze, and I'm going to guide you through it live. Each person is going to call up, and we're going to do this live. You're going to coil that. You're going to leave that sucker coiled up. You're going to have that copper tubing. You're going to bend them up like this, and then you're going to swage each line just like you see there. You're going to swage each line, and you're going to put the access line inside the body of the tubing that you've already expanded. You're going to heat it up, and you're going to braze it in just like that. That is how you're going to learn, because all it is melting metal. And you're going to do that time and time again until you get comfortable, until your braze looks good. Once your braze looks good, because you're gonna practice brazing and then unbrazing. Then once your braze looks good, then we're gonna start with pressurizing. So you guys have seen it. You guys have seen it on YouTube. Plenty of YouTube guys do it where they're like, oh, we want to see how much CFM, if it's going to pull a good vacuum. And that's what they do. They take that copper tubing, they put an access line on each side, and then they go ahead and pull down, and they pull a vacuum, and they see how well their vacuum pump works. Whatever, if it's a battery operated, they want to see how long it's going to last before the battery dies. That's what they do to do those little YouTube tests. And that's what you're going to do. Because whether you do it on that coil or whether you do it on the compressor, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. We're gonna go over protection, because you could put this to protect the compressor. You can use this to protect the compressor, right? Man, that kid, I keep thinking his freaking name. He's here in Texas with me. Like I said, I had this thing for a week before he did his thing, and it's just we were just on the same wavelength. I've had many of these. This has been out. These have been out for about 20 years. These have been out for 20 years. The Viper has been a new one, but Supco has been putting these out for a long time. And this is, you'll put this over the compressor, and then that is going to shield the compressor from the heat. I use a heat paste. Let me show you that. So while I go ahead and look that up, all right, Viper heat block. So I use this heat. There it is. Let me make it big. I use this, right? You could use this in place of the heat shield, or in addition to it. It's a heat blocking compound. This is reusable. Many, many, many times you can re-wet it, and it's just once it starts to crumble, then you got to replace it. But this, I love this. I put this. It's like I put this. I put this on everything. I put this damn thing on everything. Matter of fact. Hey, you guys got a second? You want to see something? Let me go ahead and pull up a YouTube video of it. If you guys want, I'll do a YouTube video. I'll pull up a YouTube video. Somebody got one. Viper heat block. We'll do that. We'll do the Viper heat block. Yeah. Wet rag, whatever. Fair use. I don't know why I came up with this one because that ain't even the same one.
Nothing more powerful than making your thing happen. Really going.
Yeah. Sell that dream to somebody else. Let me make it bigger. See, this is the older one. Yeah. I had this sucker a long time ago. It ain't even green anymore. It turns green when it's no good. They changed it. It turned green when it's no good. So what he's doing is a dryer. The dryer has a tendency to burn. So he's using an acetylene torch. You don't need that big heavy rig. You don't need it. So instead of the old school way is to take a rag and then wet it, and then put it on there, and the thing is steaming, and you introduce a water into your system, moisture into your system. You don't need to do all that. This is where it's at, and it's reusable. If it dries up, you just wet it up again. And the stuff that's already on the system, you can just leave it. You can just leave it there. Fair use. So that is what you could buy. I use that. You could actually use that in addition. You could use that in addition to what I got here. You could use that in addition. So what they're showing you now is they have a clear paste that you could put on. The clear paste is cool. I use that like if it's a residential situation with the plastic, you could spray it on plastic and just leave it. You can just leave it. You don't even have to worry about it anymore. Once you're done with it, you're done with it. And then they're showing how this is a whole lot better than the gel. See, so it's showing that he's heating it up, and on the other side, it doesn't change. It's still 80 on the other side. So you can hold it in your freaking hand. That's just how good it is. It melts through the metal, and see, it only went from 80 to 84 degrees. And then on top of that, bam, still reusable. I love the stuff. I've been using it since day one. I dare anybody to say something negative about it. Yeah, it crumbles when it gets old. It's all over the place. But that's about it. It does belong on every truck. It is money well spent. I will say that. It is money well spent. So, what else? What? Oh, I do need to give you guys Embraco stuff, don't I? What the hell I do with all that damn Embraco? Oh, Parker. Oh, Parker Lewis can't lose. Let me go with Parker. Let me go with Parker. Let's go back. Let me just backtrack on my Parker. Questions, comments, curse me out. Anything? What's up? What's on your mind? What you thinking? What it is? What it look like? What it be? Defrost timers. I hate defrost timers. But anyway, so this is the other part of the refrigeration system that you're going to need to know. But for the beginning, like I said, once you guys spend your $100, $120, getting the basics, getting the torch, getting the flux, getting the tubing cutter, getting the swager, and all that stuff, you are good to go. You are good to go. We can have a nice time burning metal. We can have a nice time burning metal. I need to go back even further. We're going to go back. How far back? Way back. That's right. Jerome, put on that Bobby Womack. So here we go. These are all, this is the window into the system. And there's no law that says that you can't put this on to a regular system. This lets you look into the system, and you have an indicator here that lets you know, the green lets you know the system is good and it isn't toxic, but your system isn't poison. All right, let's see here. What did you have to say? Can you just put the supply list? I'll try. Here, let me show you this. Today, what I've been doing is invoices for just one client alone. This is one. All this is oh hell. All this is one client. One client alone I've been dealing with. It's the end of the month, and I'm nearing the end of the month. I'm trying to get all this stuff together. Look how thick this is. One chain, right? It's the same chain. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I take care of my customers. These big guys, they don't really do the same. So that's why you'll see the Iceman coming to their stores, but the Iceman don't come to my customers because I take care of them. And you guys see it. You'll see me cleaning ice machines and everything else like that. Well, I'm cleaning the ice machines so the ice machines stay running. When the ice machines aren't clean, they break down. When they break down, now they got to spend $1,000 for the ice guy to come and drop off those bags of ice. So I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but yeah, that's the difference between me and those other guys. I mean, those other guys are millionaires and I'm not, but hey, it is what it is. When you hire me, you don't have your ice machines break down when you hire me. So that is my claim to fame. So I was working, and across the street, this was what was going on. Not across the street, in the same damn parking lot. That was bags of ice. But my customer, their ice machines was working just fine. I'm taking care of my customer from cradle to grave. But this sucker right here, yeah, they had to spend over $1,000 for that guy. And that, I guarantee you, they are still buying ice today. I guarantee you they are buying ice today. Because I know who's servicing them. And here's another thing. Remember I told you guys there are kingdoms, right? Proper etiquette is this. I know their machine was down. I know I can go ahead and get that sucker fixed. It's not my customer. That service provider doesn't go messing around with my customer, and I don't go messing around with theirs. We keep it civil, right? We keep it civil. They don't go messing with my people. I don't go messing with theirs. If their customer calls me, that's a whole nother shebang. But I don't go in there Talking about, hey man, I'm going to fix your stuff. No, we don't get down like that. That's a no-no. If they go ahead on the list and they say, oh, they go and call Hoshizaki, and Hoshizaki say, hey, call Mike Reed, that's a whole nother thing. That service provider got over 15, somewhere like 15 to 20 techs. So if they're too busy to get on over there and get that store up, that's their business. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. So just a little business etiquette that you guys might want to, of course, you guys are going to do what you got to do to get started. That's why I'm trying to get you guys introduced to smaller chains, get you guys introduced to manufacturers. You're going to need to do this. You're going to need to call Onera. Call Onera. It's already Friday. You're going to need to call Onera Group. They are in desperate need. I know that some of you were told something that wasn't right. All right. Oh, damn. We need US. We need English. I know some of you were told some stuff that wasn't right, but this time around, if you called them, you're going to get action. If you call Onera Group, you're going to get action. Because they called me on their freaking hands and knees talking about, oh, please, please, please. And I hit it with the Batman. I don't have to save you. It ain't happening. So, and that's another thing. If you call these people talk about you friends with Mike Reed, you might be opening up a can of worms you don't want to. This ain't about friends in this business. You don't want to do that. You'll say, hey, look, I saw your stuff I heard you guys are the ones to call, blah, blah, blah. I ain't exactly buddy with some of them. I'm teaching Onera Group a lesson at this current moment. Damn, I don't know why they keep doing this. All right, hold on. I'm just going to give you Onera Group, Florida. I don't understand why they keep doing this. So you can go ahead and call this number. You can go ahead and call us on Monday. Call this number on Monday. You're going to be working. Call this number on Monday. Shit, I forgot. Oh, she's gonna kill me because she said she was gonna look at my video today too. Andy, thank you so much, Andy. Thank you so much for your donation. Well, I just saw that. Thank you so much. Where's Andy? I don't even see Andy in the chat. Andy for the check. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do want you guys to call. I do want you guys to start working. I do want you to start working. They're going to work with you where you're at, right? So if you're not doing seal system yet, so be it. So be it. They need people to go out there. They got a special brand that they got going on. Let's see here. I wonder if they got that. I wonder if they got the freaking thing on I wonder if they got it on here yet. She told me the name. I don't know what the hell it's not even one of these. It's not even one of these. So it's a cross between Asper and Fagor. It's got a whole nother name. So these are all the names under the Onera umbrella, and it isn't even one of these. It is a house brand for Costco. You heard it here first. You heard it. Hold on. You heard it here first. House brand for Costco commercial appliances. So if you're a restaurant owner and you're buying something, you're buying a commercial refrigerator, commercial freezer from Costco, it is made by Onera. When they have a problem with it, they call Onera, and Onera has to send somebody out within 5 days. you could be that person, not only for the Costco stuff, but for all their other stuff. And they're OEM supplying for a lot of other people. They make dishwashers, they make refrigerators, freezers, ovens, they make a lot of other stuff. But this Costco thing is what's happening. This Costco thing is going on right now. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. That is the number. Call them Monday. Get your experience on. Get started. They're going to be with this new Alaska thing. So Costco is doing a store in Anchorage. And so they're trying to get prepared for the Anchorage opening. They need people in LA real bad. They need California real bad. So I know I got viewers in California. They need people in California real bad. They called me today. They're looking for people in Texas, Dallas. I know Frank is gone now. They need people in Dallas. So I'm gonna hook up Frank with that because Frank is a big contributor. I'm gonna hook him up with that. All my other people that donate, you guys get VIP treatment. So if that is something you want, just let me know. And then I will go ahead and make sure we can get that moving for you guys, because donating has its privileges. So that's one of the privileges you're going to get. And once again, I'm going to show you. All right. Asper freezer. Once again, I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is what it is. Oh, no, that's true. I don't want to do a damn true. Oh, good. You guys can't see that anyway. All right. So this is the Asper. Let me see if I can find another one. So they're really doing this OEM. So a lot of this stuff you don't know who makes it. Well, guess what? Asper is the one making it. Asper is the one making it for a lot of these people. So you want to know who got you guys can't see it. You want to know who got the parts and all this other stuff? This is who has the parts. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. USA Equipment Direct is selling Asper. So here you go. They got salamander cheese, all that stuff. Hot side. So here's your cheese melter, salamander. Here's your griddle, more griddles, more hot plates. Here's your glass door freezer, your merchandiser, $3,000. They do it free shipping. Because what they're doing is they're shipping right from Onera. So it's getting shipped right from like Miami right to the customer. And so what this is going to be is this is Costco. Costco is doing the same thing. It's just not going to say Asper on it. It's just going to be Costco with the Costco benefits. So like I watch a lot of people and I have a Costco membership. So when you buy like two of these, I mean, that pays for your freaking Costco membership for the whole year. Any other questions you guys got? Any other questions? So I've given you guys Walmart, a way into Walmart. I'm giving you a way into Costco. All these different places. But this is a big thing right now. They called me really, really looking for people to do it. And I don't know. I haven't had time because she just called me today. And I've been dealing with Fagor since I was about like 17, 18 years old. I've been dealing with Fagor that long. And the reason why I was dealing with them back then is because they were selling to builders in Chicago, and they would have whole high rises. The entire high rise would have like Fagor combi washer dryer because they didn't have ventilation for the dryer. So they had a all-in-one washer and dryer, and it'd be 200 in the high rise, and they were all Fagor. Fagor came to me back in the 90s, was like, oh man, would you please work on the stuff? And so that was my first introduction to Fagor back then. And then they went bankrupt. I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that. And now it's under Onera. So the Fagor, Onera, Asper, all that stuff. So questions, comments. Let me have them. Let me have them. Questions and comments. Where are we going from here? Where are we going from here, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't want to do, oh, Jesus, I've already been on for 2 hours. I don't want to do a 4-hour stream. I don't want to do a 3-hour stream. I've been doing a lot of pictures with the Gongcha because Gongcha is, I did the research for you guys. Gongcha is, oh, it's not going to show. This was the original thing I wanted to talk to you guys before freaking Onera called me. So Gongcha is got 190 stores, 190 restaurants in the United States. Oh, all right, never mind. I already got these queued up. For y'all. Gongcha is a boba tea shop. Like I said, I'd put out those two on Instagram because those two are right there at my house. So there was one north of me and one south of me. And today I was driving to the house and I passed by one and I was like, oh, let me go ahead. Here's the freaking little Gongcha cup. It's like, what the hell? I said, damn, there's another one. So there's going to be one coming to a store near you. Yeah, the tropical smoothies. Yes. So tropical smoothie is using a Mana Menu Master for the hot side. That's about the extent of their cooking. That's for their sandwiches and stuff like that. So you guys seen me work on an Amana Menu Master. So they have that. Then they're using about 3 Vitamix, somewhere like 3 or 4 Vitamix. And then the refrigeration is true. The ice machine is a Scotsman. And with this Gongcha, the ice machine the ice machine I had today was a Manitowoc. So they use Manitowoc, the dice ice, not the half dice, but the dice ice Manitowoc is what ice I had in my cup from Gongcha. Show you here. So here's coming to Miami. Gongcha is going to be on Flagler in Sweetwater. All right, so a little outside the beaten path in Miami, but on that side. Right. Amana Menu Master, Scotsman Ice Machine, Vitamix, and True Refrigerator. So the undercounter is true. So the undercounters are true. And then Amana Menu Master, Scotsman Ice, and then Vitamix. They got like 3 or 4 Vitamix at those at the tropical smoothies. So Gongcha is Florida, and then here's Gongcha coming to Connecticut. So for all you guys on the Upper East Coast, there's Connecticut, there's Hartford, there's West Farm Mall, Jacksonville, Florida. There's a Miami coming soon. Palm Springs, Florida. Pembroke Pines. All right. Pembroke Pines, Tampa. So it's like 190. Let me see what else I can get going on for y'all. Let me show you this. This is what they got. So what I've noticed is that they have a mix of refrigeration in these Gongchas. There's the Vitamix. So this is a turbo air, and that's what they had in the one I went to today. The Gongcha I went to today had turbo air, and then the one I went to 2 days ago, had True. Now here's the difference between the True and the True and the turbo air. So turbo air has got a ridiculously long warranty. And these stores are relatively new. So you won't be able to touch these units for 5 years. True, you'll be able to touch these suckers right away. Any and everybody can work on those. All right, so that's Gongcha. What else they got? They are, like I said, it's 190. They're doing all kind of articles and trade things on this sucker. Fair use. Fair use. Nope. So they got a lot of buzz on this damn thing. I'm gonna go past this kid. But that's so you could see they're in malls and everything else. And it's a really, really big thing right now. Really big thing. So like I said, I'm in Houston and there's 2 by me. There's also, let me show you how many. It's about 15 in Houston. Going to look. I doubt if this is gonna work, but oh, it is working. I'm gonna show, see, it don't even want to show me Houston. Let's see here, Dallas. This damn thing ain't working. Let's see here, Houston. Now, Houston is the second largest market for Gongcha. Of course, the first largest is the New York metro area. That is where the vast majority of it. But I have, I think I have about 12. So there's 12 here. And to keep this in perspective, make sure you're seeing that. I got 12. And to keep this in perspective, let me make this bigger for y'all. Let's go to California. Let me show you what California got. LA, Los Angeles. They're not even showing nothing. Let me do San Diego. Ooh, let me do. Let's just do California. Damn, it's not showing me anything. I could have swore. Oh, I know what it is. San Francisco. This thing acts up. I actually, that's why I have a couple of them. I actually have to do like Gongcha, San Francisco. Well, we'll do San Jose. See, they got downtown San Jose. So they have Gongchas in California. It's really weird. I had to go to California and then I could search the California stores. Only then do California stores show up. It's some kind of glitch. But Houston has more stores. Houston has more stores than freaking San Jose. We have more stores than Oakland. We got more stores than San Francisco. So that just lets you know that it is going to really grow out that way. And I don't know why this thing jumped like that. Sorry about that. But I wanted to show you Gongcha, and I wanted to show you Gongcha in the food service magazine. Gongcha is poised to be a big up and coming, and so it's in all the trade magazines. I wasn't even trying to show you this one. They don't have anybody. This is something. So globally, yeah, this is a global thing. So globally, they got 2,000 stores globally, 190 in the United States, and they want more. this is an opportunity for you to get in, because I guarantee you most of these stores do not have a service provider. So I stand corrected. They have 225 locations in 19 states. Gongcha is one of the fastest growing bubble tea brands with over 225 locations across 19 states in the US. They're in 23 countries worldwide. So Boston just opened up on July 21st. And you saw they're going to do one in Connecticut. Miami is coming. So Miami's going to have 2 locations. This is happening nationwide. Nationwide, they're going to add more stores. So especially the ones that are going to have your true. That's the ones you want to be in. That's the ones you want to be in. See, you guys don't like this talk. You guys like to talk about equipment. You guys don't want to talk about the business side of it. The business side of this is more important than the tech side. It's more important than the tech side. Once you guys learn how to work on this equipment, you need to apply your skills somewhere. You're not going to get calls. You're going to have to go out and get your own customers. And so fair use, this is my source, the Quick Serve Restaurant Magazine, QSR. You're going to need, let me make this bigger, you're going to need to get out there and get your own customer. You're not going to just have phone calls coming in. That is not how it works on the commercial side. I know you guys have this dream of how you think things work. That is not how they actually work in real life. You're going to have to go out and you're going to have to get your own customer. You need to know who's out there. You need to know who's coming, because like I said, these are kingdoms out there. There's already a service company out there. You're just not aware of it. There's already service companies out there. They're tied up with their own customers. You guys think you're going to go out there and get a McDonald's, get a Wendy's, get all that, and you're just now learning how to braise. That ain't happening. You need to start somewhere. These kind of customers are who you could start with. These kind of customers that are growing, that's who you want. When these customers have a good service provider like you, then they can go ahead and open up 10 stores, because now they don't have to worry. These stores have coffee. So they're using, I believe, a La Marzocco, a single brew head La Marzocco. It's actually almost like a residential La Marzocco. And then they have like about 4 pieces of refrigeration. Then they have their urns in there, the tea boilers. So it is a nice account to get. I'm gonna talk to them, but I wanted to bring this up to you guys first and let you know about Gongcha. I know it don't seem too sexy to y'all, but you need to start to get some accounts. You think you're going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to be overwhelmed by work. You're not going to be overwhelmed by work. You're not going to be overwhelmed by work. It's not going to happen. You've never heard anybody overwhelmed by work in the commercial side. You've never heard of it. It's not a thing. Am I full? Yeah, sure, I'm full up. I really can't do much. All of these invoices here, this is all one chain account. That video where I showed you guys where the ice guy was delivering across, that was in the same parking lot with my customer. I was leaving my customer taking care of their ice machine so they don't get shut down. And across the street, the ice machine was shut down. So you're not going to be swimming in calls. You're going to need to go out there. You're going to need to cultivate your market. You're going to go ahead and find customers, and you're going to grow like that. You think you're going to go ahead and snatch up Wendy's or something from somebody else, you got another thing coming. You're years away from something like that happening. You got to build your name in the market first. And to build your name, you're going to need to start with some new up and coming clients. It is what it is. It is what it is. Mom and pops are not where it's at. Mom and pops is not what's happening. You can't grow like that. The people that you see on YouTube, like NorCal Dave and all that, NorCal has a day job. NorCal Dave works for a university, I believe. So he's the in-house tech, and it's a real nice perk because your kids get to go for a discount or sometimes for free. So I understand what the hell he was doing. And so NorCal Dave does mom and pops and stuff like that. But where your stability comes in at is change. You got to go ahead and do this work for them, the PMs and all that stuff. It's steady money. It's good money. It's what you need to do. So I am going to, what else do I have here? Yeah, I just had a little thing about Gong Cha with its $1 billion. See, one story said 190 stores, and the other one said 220. Whatever. It's all over the place. I'm going to wrap this up because I've been doing this over 2 hours. 2 hours and 18 minutes to be exact. So I need you guys to go ahead and get your equipment. If this is something that you want to do, if you guys want to learn how to burn metal, I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to burn metal. You're going to go ahead and set up your camera, set up your phone, whatever the hell you're going to use. You're going to go ahead and click on the damn link. I'm going to see what you're working on. I'm going to guide you through it. And it's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. It's as simple as that. That's it. That's all. Once you learn how to braze, once you learn how to put all that stuff together, then we'll move on. And then you could learn how to go ahead and do your leak check. To learn how to do your leak check, then we're going to go ahead and then you can go ahead buy your equipment and we could go over pulling the vacuum. Because once you learn how to bond the metal, that's all you're doing. That's all you're doing is bonding those lines. The only other thing that you would have to do is, even doing dryers, it's the same size tubing. Capillaries are the only other thing. So capillaries is going to be a little different than when you're doing the 1/4 inch. And then if you're going to do TXVs, then there's another process with that. But I've shown you the heat paste, the Viper, the other one, not the rag, but the paste, whatever. It's late. I've done 2 hours and 19 minutes. I'm stammering, so it's time to go. But you're going to use that hot block paste, and that will protect your TXV, and then you can braze however the hell you want to, as hot as you want to, and you won't damage a damn thing. The wet rag. Thank you so much. The wet rag. And then you will not damage your TXV with the wet rag. You will not damage your dryer with the wet rag. You'll be perfectly fine. So with that, and thank you, my app, so much. Thank you to all the contributors who have donated to the show, and Andy and everybody else. Please go ahead and call on Monday and get signed up so you can go ahead and get some experience running these Costco calls. Go ahead and do that. Get involved. Like one of the YouTubers say, get active. All right. And with that, I am going to call it a night. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow. It depends on what comments you guys put out there. If you guys put out comments, you guys have enough questions on the videos I've just done, then maybe I'll go live again. I got a couple of jobs to do tomorrow for some chicken places, almost like Cane's. It's a competitor to Cane's, chicken fingers. It's a warmer. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But with that, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for contributing. Thank you guys for commenting. And thank you all for your donations. I'll see you guys on the next one.